Welcome to the Starling Archives. This is our very first deep dive podcast, where history's darkest, most forgotten puzzles come back to life. I'm Craig Bradwell, and joining me on this journey is my guide from the past, Clara Starling.
A pleasure to meet you all. Craig has asked me to step out of my own time and into yours, to help unravel the mysteries history left behind. I confess, I never imagined my voice would carry this far.
And for our first case together, we're leaving the battlefields of Europe behind, because sometimes the deadliest wars are fought not overseas, but right at home. Clara, for your next investigation in 1914, we need to examine one of the darkest chapters of the American labor wars, the Ludlow Massacre in southern Colorado.
Then let us begin, Craig. Take me back to 1914. I remember the suffocating tension in the southern Colorado coalfields before the violence broke out. Thousands of striking miners and their families had been evicted from company-owned houses and forced to live in squalid tent colonies through the bitter winter.
That strike against the Colorado Fuel and Iron Company, controlled largely by the Rockefeller family, was about basic human dignity, union recognition, better pay, fair weight for mined coal, and the end of company store exploitation.
The tent colony at Ludlow was a remarkable community of over 1,000 people, representing dozens of different nationalities, all united under the banner of the United Mine Workers of America.
But the coal companies hired the notorious Baldwin Felts Detective Agency, who used an armored car nicknamed the Death Special mounted with a machine gun to terrorize the camp.
The tension escalated when the governor deployed the Colorado National Guard, ostensibly to keep the peace, but they quickly aligned themselves with the mine operators, arresting miners and intimidating families.
It was a tinderbox waiting for a spark, fueled by corporate greed and a total failure of state mediation.
It was April 20th, right around Greek Orthodox Easter, when the camp at Ludlow was suddenly attacked by the Colorado National Guard and private camp guards.
The militia opened fire with a machine gun from a ridge above the camp known as Water Tank Hill, forcing terrified families to scatter into the trenches they had dug beneath their tents.
As day turned into night, the militia descended upon the settlement and set fire to the tents, burning the entire canvas city to the ground.
The horror that haunts history the most is what happened beneath a single tent floor, where mothers and small children had huddled in a pit to escape the gunfire and flames, only to suffocate and burn to death.
2 women and 11 children died in that cellar pit alone, a loss of innocence that shocked the conscience of the nation.
The total death toll for that single day reached around 20 people, including several striking miners, a young boy, and a militia member.
The backlash was immediate and furious. Enraged miners across the state took up arms in what became known as the 10-Day War, attacking mine properties and engaging in open gun battles with the militia.
President Woodrow Wilson finally had to send in federal troops to disarm both sides and restore order to the coalfields.
Congressional hearings later exposed the brutal corporate and political collusion behind the tragedy, putting the Rockefeller family directly in the public pillory.
Yet remarkably, none of the militia officers or company officials were ever meaningfully punished in criminal courts, though it did force a slow evolution in American labor relations and corporate public relations.
It is a grim reminder, Craig, that the battles for freedom, safety, and fair labor are fought just as fiercely on home soil as any battlefield abroad.
A dark and vital puzzle from 1914, Clara, one that completely redefined the American labor movement. That's this week's puzzle from the Starling Archives. If history like this deserves to be remembered, hit subscribe and join us next time as Clara takes us somewhere the history books forgot to look.